Shalom. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father's only God and Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, great millstone, and the bishops teach us his truth according to the Bible and rule well. And that's one of the sincere occupants throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth through diligence and sincerity and in charity. And in Shalom, tell you sincere followers, believers of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, not just hearers of the word, but doers as well, you men, women, and children, and hopeful elect. Shalom. It's a quick hit. One may ask, why are these things happening? As we're going to play this clip. And before we play, let's get a quick precept. I got right here, this Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So it's a time for everything. And it goes through some of these things when it's a time for this, time for that, time for this, time for that. But I want to jump down to verse 8. This is a time to love and a time to hate. All right? And a lot of people, don't understand it, but the Lord is a balance. All right? There's a time to love, time of loving and a time of hating. What we're in a time of hating, wickedness, evil. All right. It says back in Ecclesiastes 3 and 8, it says a time of war and a time of peace. And that's what you're getting ready to see in this video clip here. These nations are gearing up.
Imagine flying a stealth fighter over Iran, and suddenly Tehran can see you coming. Recent reports suggest that Iran may have received China's YLC-8B 3D long-range surveillance radar, a system designed specifically to detect stealth aircraft, like the F-35 or B-2, as well as ballistic missiles. If confirmed, this could dramatically strengthen Iran's air defenses and change the strategic calculations for the US, Israel, and their allies. The YLC-8B is a mobile, high-altitude radar operating in the UHF band. Detection ranges: conventional aircraft 500-plus kilometers, stealth aircraft 350-plus kilometers, ballistic missiles 700 kilometers. It can be deployed or dismantled in under 30 minutes, making it resilient against preemptive strikes. If integrated into Iran's air defense network, it could complement systems like S-300, Bavar 373, and potential HQ-9B acquisitions, creating a layered early warning shield. First surfaced in early February 2026 via Defense Security Asia, citing intelligence sources about multiple units delivered to Iran. Analyses from Modern Diplomacy and Middle East Monitor linked the move to deepening Sino-Iranian military ties, possibly tied to discounted Iranian oil shipments. Social media, OSINT accounts, and pro-Iran channels have amplified the story, calling the radar game-changing for Iran's air defenses. Some articles connect deployment to post-conflict upgrades after Iran's reported 12-day war with Israel in late 2025. Not all experts are convinced. Critics argue low-frequency radars like the YLC-8B are better for detecting large, high-altitude targets than modern stealth aircraft in contested environments. Precision for targeting is limited, and systems can be vulnerable to jamming, decoys, and electronic warfare. No independent satellite imagery or operational photos have confirmed deployment, leaving the reports unverified for now. If the claims hold, the YLC-8B could give Iran critical early warning against US and Israeli stealth operations, force adversaries to rely more on standoff weapons, electronic attacks, or non-stealth aircraft, raising operational risks and costs. Highlight China's growing role as a strategic partner, providing Iran with advanced systems amid sanctions and international isolation. Even with a strong radar, air defense is a network game. Stealth aircraft still operate with satellites, AWACS, and electronic warfare assets. These are just reports, but it has already stirred international discussion. If the YLC-8B proves operational in Iran, it could reshape the region's air power dynamics and signal a deeper China-Iran military partnership. Would this change how the US and Israel operate in the region?
All right, so there you go. These nations are banding together, all right, and they are, you got China and Iran, right, working together, and ultimately is to come against who you see here on the screen, the small hats, and America. And it's the time and season. We're living in a time of war. Why are these things going on? Because it's Bible prophecy. The book that, you people don't believe in, right? Yeah, it's speaking loud and clear. Let's go back to the scriptures. Not even going to be a long lesson. All right. Let's go to Revelation chapter 11. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Now, these different woes are talking about World War I. Yeah, the first woe. All right. We had a second woe. Now we come up on the third woe. Once again, woe means destruction. And it's not going to be fought like those ancient wars, man. It's going to be with burning and fuel of fire. As it says here in Isaiah 9:5. It says, for every battle of the wars with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Right? These ICBMs, when they touch down, man, they're going to do damage. It's going to do a lot of hurt. It's going to do a lot of pain. And for the ones of our people who haven't repented, turn back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai with a humble heart, your ass is going to be missile food, man. All right? Everyone's preparing for war. You got these nations with these defense systems where, they can detect when, missiles or planes or whatever are being shot or over their territory. This is not the time to be joking around. This is not the time to be playing around. Okay? Can I go? Okay. Yeah, Slocky, I'm running some errands real quick. But I'm going to pause the lesson real fast. Because I'm at my destination. But I'm going to, Lord's will come back and add on to it. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right. Shalom. Well, I ain't going to say shalom just yet. I'm going to pause the video, like I said. Then I'm going to come back, Lord willing. All right, shalom, Salaki, I'm back. I had to pause the video. I had to do a quick errand, but as the scriptures say, here in Isaiah 9:5, it says, "For every battle of the wars with confused noise and garments rolling blood, but this shall be burnt. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." It's upcoming World War III, and these nations are gearing up. All right, they're siding with one another. As you saw in the video, they're really gonna come against the whore, America, right? The daughter of Babylon. And once again, everyone that's tied to this place mentally and spiritually, you're gonna go down with it. Once again, this is the time of repenting, turning back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Let's grab another one. This is Isaiah 54:16 says, behold, I created the smith to blow up the coals in the fire, and to bring forth an instrument for his work. And I, who's that I? The Most High Yahweh. Okay? Have created the waster to destroy. So Yahweh Shai working on the minds of these scientists. Okay? These modern day scientists, because you come back in your lot. The prophets come back in their lot. The scoffers come back in their lot. Okay? The ancient smiths coming back in their lot. There's no new thing up under the sun. As the sun is getting ready to set here on the East Coast, Southeast, right? There's no new thing up under the sun. All right? And the weaponry is being perfected. Not just the ICBMs, but as you saw in this video, you know, the defense systems. All right? So we gotta stay locked in, man. Wow, 144 on this car, license plate. As I'm going through my walk. Hey, that's the spirit. 144 with a 6. You know? I think that's double wisdom, I think. Can't remember. Brothers remember, they could put it in a comment. But anyways, just want to touch on that, man. Touch on that video. You know, Lord wants edifying. All right. On to the next one. Shalom.